7:30 now on a Wednesday morning, the 9th day of November. You're getting a little music here in the mountains above Innsbruck, Austria. Day 3 of Where in the World is Matt Lauer. We're coming to you from Nord Park right now, about 6,200 feet above the city of Innsbruck. Meanwhile, my partner, Katie Kirk's at sea level. She's back in Studio 1A in New York City. Hi, Katie. Good morning again.
Matt, good morning. It sounded as if it was pretty windy up there earlier this morning, but how cold is it?
It's probably about 50, 55 degrees at this level, but it is windy, so it feels a lot colder. I think you'll find down in Innsbruck it's going to be 60, 65 degrees, so it's pretty seasonable, and it's awfully nice. As you can see, it's a picture-perfect clear day after some fog earlier in the week, Katie.
I have to say I'm really jealous of this location, Matt, because it's spectacular, and I've always wanted to go there. Was it tough to get there from the Panama Canal?
Yeah, let me recap the trip for you if I can. Obviously, we started on Friday night for the 10-hour flight to Easter Island from New York. And from Easter Island, there's Easter Island out in the middle Pacific, we flew to Panama, another 6 or 7 hours. Then we flew direct from Panama City to Innsbruck overnight. Got in around 7 o'clock local time. By the way, we're 6 hours ahead of you, so it's actually 1:30 in the afternoon right now. Tabulating things up, I think so far we've flown 14,300 miles, 27 hours in an airplane, and we're only just a little more than halfway finished with our trip. So we've got a lot of traveling to do, and we've come a long way so far, Katie. And I know you love quizzes, right?
Oh, only if I know the answers, Matt.
Well, you're going to hate this one then. Austria is a country that is bordered by 8 other countries. So I'm going to put a map up here. I think Joe can do that. And I'm curious if you can name some of or all of the countries that border Austria, starting with that big one in the north.
Well, I think that's the Czech Republic, right?
That's just a little bit to the west of the Czech Republic.
Oh, wait a second. And there's Switzerland is somewhere in there, right? And Slovakia, I think, is in that general area. Obviously, we see the boot, Italy, Hungary, and I believe Slovenia is somewhere in that vicinity, isn't it, Matt?
Someone finally slipped you the piece of paper, apparently. Let's start in the north. We've got Germany to the north, followed by the Czech Republic.
Well, hello, that's to the north, too.
I know, but we lit up the big one next to it.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Then Hungary, Slovenia, Italy, Switzerland, and finally, Katie?
Liechtenstein. Steen?
There you go. There you go. You do your geography.
Matt,
anyway,
it was on the graphic, just by the way.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it had come up yet.
Yes.
Hey, in a second, Katie, I'm going to put a big heavy ski jacket on. I'm going to take you up to the Stubai Glacier. It's up in the crook of the Alps from here, and it's a place where they're asking a lot of questions these days. Namely, is it shrinking? Is it endangered? We'll tell you that story in a couple of minutes.
All right, Matt. Looking forward to it. And we've got a busy morning here in New York as well. Coming up on the health front, we're going to be asking the question, why do women live longer?
Welcome back to day 3 of Where in the World is Matt Lauer, coming to you from Innsbruck, Austria, actually right now high above Innsbruck. I've taken this snowmobile now to 9,500 feet above sea level and the spectacular Stubai Glacier. It's a winter wonderland. People around here use this place all year long to ski and snowmobile and snowshoe and snowboard. But the question being asked around here these days is, how long can it last? Because the race is on to save a shrinking treasure. The Stubai Glacier is called the land of eternal ice, but these days there's worry that eternal may be wishful thinking. I met up with Mark Olefs, a glaciologist with the University of Innsbruck, who studies glacier melting. So when you come up here with a team to study the glacier, what exactly do you do?
So we are currently working at a scientific project which is called active glacier protection. So we can just see our field work, that there are 2 weather stations there.
Right.
These are our test areas. We're making our experiments.
If the glacier continues to shrink, take me forward 40 or 50 years. What do you think we'll see here?
So, you know, this is a quite sophisticated question because we don't know how the rate of change from the glaciers will develop in the future. Okay, so I can only estimate if the rate stays like it was the past years. We can estimate that between maybe 50 and 100 years there would be no more glaciers in the Alps.
And that would be devastating, not only for this natural wonder, but for the communities that depend on them.
Our economy is dominated by tourism, I would say, about 90% or more from tourism. And so tourism is very important for us, very, very important, and especially the ski tourism and a little bit the hiking tourism.
The Stubai Glacier brought in 34 million tourist dollars to this region last year. But not so far away stands a haunting reminder that the glacier is slowly fading away. Mark, talk to me about this sign that's up on the rock face up there.
So in fact, this sign showed the way to a near mountain hut here in the year 1980, 1981.
So that was on top of the glacier in 1981?
Yeah, so we lost this ice thickness in 25 years.
I mean, that's got to be like 45 feet or so in 25 years. You got a couple of thousand people skiing past that sign every day. Do you think they stop and realize just how much glacier's been lost?
No, there are only a few people that know that this sign is there since 1980. Nobody knows.
That's a problem. Mark Olev's team has a glacier study station mid-mountain. In summer months, scientists use special blankets at Stubai and on other area glaciers to keep the temperatures down. During the heat of this past summer, nearly 40 acres in and around Stubai were wrapped in blankets. So Mark, most people think of a glacier, they think of snow. The glacier is really the ice beneath the snow, right?
Yeah, so you can see it, that the ice is, compared to the snow, it is really dark.
So that's not rock, that's solid ice down there.
This is solid glacier ice.
And that's what's shrinking.
This is what is shrinking. So in fact, after the winter period, first of all the snow melts down there, and when there's no more snow left, then the ice will melt, and this is what makes the glaciers shrink.
So how worried are you about this?
Well, last summer we measured around one meter, so around
3 feet of ice.
3 feet of ice
right.
Melt last summer. But this was a good year, you know. If we have bad years here in this altitude, we can have 3 or 4 times more of ice melt doing once.
And this isn't just about skiing being a problem. This is about the whole ecosystem of this area.
This concerns every glacier, not only here. So you can say that in the Alps, every glacier is shrinking today.
For now, you can still ski year-round on the Stubai Glacier, even as scientists try to understand more about why it's melting, searching for a way to prevent this ancient alpine treasure from disappearing forever. And we're going to have much more ahead from Innsbruck, Austria on day 3 of Where in the World is Matt Lauer. But first, this is Today on NBC.
Wir sind vom Wald.